Welcome back to No Gree Entertainment. I'm your host, Drew. I'm here with my dog, co-host.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. How's this week been?
It's been pretty chill, First week back after all the snow and ice and all that,
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's true.
really just trying to get back in the groove of things for real.
What's the point? What's really the point of ice
Especially in Texas. I
in
really
Texas?
don't know.
It's frozen ice on the roads, bro. Like, what purpose does it serve?
Just a huge burden, honestly.
I'm telling
And I
you,
felt very emasculated because, like,
bro.
as a grown man, why are you snowed in?
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So
I think some people talking about that.
somebody was talking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Someone was talking about like you're just afraid to go outside because you're afraid to
Yeah,
get some. I don't even want to say, bro.
it's like ducking responsibility
Yeah,
because of some white stuff. Like,
some white stuff. Like, does that even sound appropriate? Sounds kind of inappropriate. Kind of like like you said, emasculating, bro.
yeah,
'Cause at the end of the day, like, you're just over sexualizing the whole experience, bro.
yeah,
Like,
definitely.
you're just really just. I don't even know what I'm saying, gang. Well, yeah. Valentine's Day coming up, bro.
Yeah, are you excited?
Excited for what? Excited for what?
Oh, you ain't got no plans?
Nah, no plans, bro.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm gonna just be in the crib.
In the crib,
Yeah, in the crib,
doing what?
honestly, just working.
Working.
Yeah, this Valentine's Day, my money's my girlfriend, so
Mm.
just trying to build that up
Yeah, I
and
feel
stuff
it. I
like
feel
that.
it.
Maybe next time, though.
Why?
Maybe
Why?
next year.
Next year,
Yeah, maybe next year.
maybe.
Maybe
100% next year.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a question, bro. Why is your money only Valentine? Why is your money only your girl this year? Or yeah, this
Uh,
Valentine.
let's just say I didn't do what I was supposed to do this past year, so
Mm.
I'm gonna be spending this one alone. So
Ah, okay, okay. I see what you mean. I mean, me personally, bro, my money is always my girl. I can't lie.
yeah,
I don't think that's the right mindset. That's the right. I think it's appropriate to think that way. But I mean, to each his own, bro.
yeah, to each his own. So like you said, Valentine's Day is coming up, and the whole Omah Lay incident happened like 2 years ago, where he took the girl up on stage and all that, and it caused like a ruckus online. So I just wanted to get your input, like if you were in his shoes, if you had a girl and she had Soso on her playlist, had all the lyrics memorized, word for word, when the beat drops, all that. Are you technically still her boyfriend, or are you just a placeholder for Omah Lay's next concert?
Hmm. What a loaded question. I mean, you're paying for her lifestyle. No, you're even gonna keep. You're even keeping her glowing, keeping her looking good to go to that concert. So I really think that you're just a placeholder. You're pretty much her coach, her personal trainer, to go cheat on you.
I feel like for however long, y'all two are dating, like whether it be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, at the end of the day, you're just warming Omah Lay's seat for him. You're replaceable. You're not permanent. And I feel like if your girl knows like every single lyric, bar for bar, then she really your girl. I
Mm,
mean, we seen what happened. I mean, it doesn't really take much to be honest. Like all it takes is on my lady to be singing, give your girl a little bit of eye contact, hit one of these, and she's going. So I feel like definitely, if you know what's best for you, don't cuff a girl that likes on my lay.
that's the word. That's the word, Joe. Okay, I've got a question for you, because all of my cousins, almost all of my male cousins, their name are like blessing, precious, gift. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, even Deuteronomy. Why are the guys with those names, Nigerian guys with those names, why do they cause the most emotional damage and the most emotional trauma?
Honestly, I feel like it's just 100% false advertisement. His name is Precious. He's being precious to everybody but you. And like usually a gift is non-refundable, like I said. Even after he does cause you all that pain and trauma, he's still gonna be around. He's still gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of knew what you were getting yourself into. After you said on to his name, you were like, "Oh, your name is so cute." So you signed up for it. You know what I mean?
And I feel like his parents knew these guys, their parents knew the trauma and the emotional havoc that they would cause. So they try to kind of balance out the name with the person. So they gave them, you know, a holy name to kind of balance out the situation. But it didn't work. It completely failed.
Yeah. And like there's an analogy for it. It's not like super correlated, but it goes something like this. Like someone can have a pretty face, but their soul could be disgusting.
Mm,
You know what I mean? I
hmm.
feel like it's the same way with a guy named Precious or Gift.
Yeah,
You know, beautiful name, but they're really demons. You know what
yeah.
I mean? So
Mm.
obviously the song Escala Dizzy, it's been going pretty viral lately.
Shout out Mevel.
Yeah, shout out him. I just want to get your input. Like, if your girl knew every lyric to that song, like word for word, bar for bar, is that grounds for breaking up?
That's a really good question. And it brings me to a story that happened recently. My homeboy, his name is Chinedu. Chinedu is a lover boy. He prefers his girls, uh, girls that are in bed by 9 p.m. and listen to Mercy Chinwo all day. So Chinedu, one day he's coming back from church with his girl, and they're in the car, and so the radio, um, is normally playing like Toby Mac, Mercy Me, those kind of people. I think she switched the knob a little bit, um, and Escalade started blasting through the car. He was appalled. He was like, okay, let me try to fix this so I can protect my girl's ears, like a real man would. And so he tries to fix it, but his girl she starts humming the song. So flat flat step before we jab it. So and it kind of caught him off guard. So he kind of let her finish the whole song, and to his surprise, she rapped the whole entire song,
Wow.
every ad lib, every beat drop. She was there. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, if your girl knows like the lyrics to that word for word, did she know like when the beat dropped and all that too?
Yeah, she knew every beat drop, every ad lib, everything.
Honestly, bro, I feel like you got to do a deep dive into your relationship after that.
Yeah.
That's not something that can really get taken lightly. You know, how can you go from Toby Mac to that? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I feel like that's a huge jump, and I just know he felt bad that day.
Yeah.
I just know he did.
Yeah. His logic was, if she knows every lyrics to the song, I mean, she done heard it one too many times. She been under those strobe lights, one too many times. So I kind of agree with his logic. I think that's valid.
Yeah.
Speaking of my guys, it seems like each of them are having their own issues with their girls. My homeboy Donovan, his girl started calling herself a refugee. Each time they would go hang out at
Mhm.
his crib. So I think he kind of prepared Indomie and Netflix for her for the like third Valentine in a row. So
Mhm.
I kind of want to get your thoughts on that. If a girl is dating a guy, can she call herself a refugee if the guy's third Valentine date in a row is just Netflix and Indomie, at the crib?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's not intimacy at all. I feel like at that point he's just trying to protect the last 2,500 naira in his account. Like if you catch him liking videos and pictures of steak while you're blowing on your hot noodles for Valentine's Day, that point it's time to apply to another asylum, get you another man at that point. And if he has the audacity to add like one or two boiled eggs, at that point he's not like he's a scam artist, not a boyfriend.
Mm,
You're just the extra for his Nollywood movie called The Struggling Housewife.
mm,
You know what I mean? At that point, just put yourself first and just get up and go.
yeah, definitely agree, bro. It's not quality time at all. Like you said, just apply to another asylum. I'm pretty sure they have at least jollof. I mean, Indomie. Are we serious?
Yeah,
I don't agree.
yeah, I don't either. Yeah, like you said, just apply to another asylum at that point. Like they'll probably at least give you Gizdodo or meat pie or something.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
at least fry plantain.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So like as you know in our culture, right? Like giving somebody something with your left hand is considered disrespectful. So if I give you 100K with my left hand, what would you do?
That's a really good question, bro. It brings me to a story that happened a couple years ago. So I was at a high society, Igbo function. All the uncles were there. And I was standing there. I was looking clean, but my bank account was on life support. Being completely honest with you, I'm standing there, and this chief, big belly, beads, with a walking stick. He's slowly approaching me, and he's like, "Son," he calls me over. He says, "Son, take this for transport." He reaches in his pocket. And he brings out, a bundle of bread. So obviously in my mind I'm very ecstatic, I'm very excited, but slowly but surely I see him reaching in his pocket, and I notice it's with his left hand. So he pulls out the bread. you know it's like the ancestors took over my body, and I slapped it as hard as like I give him the beating of a lifetime. I slapped his hand until he couldn't feel his hand anymore. I mean, and the guy, he had the audacity to smile. The chief, he had the audacity to even smile. He knew what he was doing. He was trying to sell my destiny for 100K. So I rebuked him in Jesus' name, and I ran out of there. So yeah, I mean, I would never do such a thing. It's kind of a disrespect to the ancestors. That's what it really comes down to. What do you think?
Yeah, you can never let that amount of money influence you at the end of the day. It's like you're kind of selling your soul in a way.
Mm,
Like you said, you're betraying your ancestors if you take that 100K. Now, obviously, the temptation is going to be there. Like my bank account would probably be screaming, bro, he's ambidextrous, this, that, the third. I feel like you just gotta block out that outside noise and just, stand for what's right. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
yeah, definitely, bro. My dignity was intact. I might have walked out, $0 to my name, but at least I walked out with my soul. I walked out with my dignity. I didn't sell my destiny. I didn't sell my soul. So I'm very proud of what I did that time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Like slapping his hand away was probably the only way to go about that for real.
yeah. Not only that, I slap him. I give him a beating of a lifetime. Say it correctly.
Beating of a lifetime.
I beat him. Yeah, High
Mm,
Chief Akaju or something. I beat him. I saw the other guys in that number.
yeah,
They
I would
know
have
they
gave
know the
him.
story.
Yeah, I would definitely ask. And if I was in that position, I would have gave him a noogie,
Yeah, Nikki
probably a swirly too.
Swirly.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the only logical thing to do.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So speaking of Nigerian elders, my dad and my uncle they went to get some groceries from Target when I was about 6 or 7 years old. Obviously, me and my sisters we went to the trunk, grab some things. So I picked up some crackers. So and I asked my uncle, because he was living with us at this time. I said, Uncle, where should I put these crackers? He said, put it on my head. And I wased him. I slapped him like there was no tomorrow. I kind of want to get your thoughts. Put it on my head. Is that fighting words, or was my reaction valid, or what do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like those are definitely fighting words. Like at that point, you're just testing my gangster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you tell me put it on my head, you're essentially challenging me and you're trying to get a reaction out of me.
Mm.
And if I don't do anything, what how does that make me
What does that
look?
make you?
What
Yeah.
does that make me?
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't just let that slide. I gotta do something about it.
Yeah, 100%. Right. I really think it's a dare. It's really fighting words. It's kind of a declaration of war, if I'm being completely honest. So I don't take lightly to that kind of disrespect.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
Like if you tell me to do something, then I'm gonna do it. Like if you tell me put the crackers on your head, I'm gonna put them
I'm
on
gonna
your
put it
head.
on your head.
I'm gonna put them on your
Yeah.
head. Tell me, oh, well, give me the remote. I get you the remote.
Yeah.
Where do you want me to put it? Put it
Yeah.
on my head.
On your head. I will beat you with the remote.
On that bald head, I would
I'm saying.
just place it there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't get sarcastic with me.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
100, bro.
We
Yeah.
definitely covered a lot of good stuff today,
We
bro.
did,
Ain't
bro.
gonna lie.
Yeah, man. I don't even know what to say. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in,
I
y'all.
will catch you on the next one. Stay
Sir.
blessed.